let's have a fun bookish day out. Should I be tackling the mountain of laundry that I have at home, or doing all of the returns that I need to do before I leave, or maybe even editing the content that I know you are waiting on? Absolutely. Am I going to do all of those things right now? Absolutely not. We are going to have a fun bookish day out. My last couple of weeks have been sending me, so I am well overdue for a good bookish reset. So that is what we are going to do. I am currently at one of my favorite breakfast spots. I have not been here in a while, and we're just going to have a fun bookish self-care type of day. We're going to get some reading in, book shopping. I may have to sprinkle in a couple of adulting things because, that such is life, but the priority of today is going to be resetting and self-care. So let's have some bookish fun, grab something to drink, grab something to eat, and let's see what good trouble we can get into. of the intentions in the world to come back and show you all of the things that I got. Like, I had a whole plan to show you all the books that I got, and that just didn't happen. So here we are. I will say though, I had a really good reset day. I do think that I want to integrate that more intentionally into, like, I don't know, maybe like my monthly schedule or something like that, maybe bi-monthly, and just be intentional about just having a bookish day out. Like, I do other things, but I don't know, there's something about having a good bookish day, even if I do have to squeeze in a bit of work into the day, that I don't know, it's a good grand old time. I did get 3 books from Books A Million that I have to say, I am very, very happy with the books that I got. It was to the point where you know, where you get and you find such a good deal that you're like, I gotta get this before they change their mind. That is how I felt about all 3 of these books, because I would say they're popular in different ways. So let me stop talking about them and actually get to the books. First up, we have We Are Not Like Them by Christina Pride and Joe Piazza. And I feel like I have seen this book in a couple of different places, and I don't think that it's new. I don't think this is a new like thing, but it has like a ton of good what do they call it? Not accolades, but endorsements and people who've written about the book. And it looks like it was a Good Morning America book club pick. And so I feel like maybe I missed the boat on when this first came out or something like this, but I did read the inside and I really love the premise of this story. It's a contemporary fiction, and it's also a, I don't know, like a friendship story. I love that it's co-authored, and I think the topic is very interesting. I'll read a little bit of the inside cover in case you're not familiar with this story. And it says, told from alternating perspectives, We Are Not Like Them is a riveting and compassionate novel about the lifelong bond between 2 women, one black and one white, whose friendship is inevitably altered by a tragic event. We Are Not Like Them explores complex questions of race and how they pervade and shape our most intricate spaces in a deeply divided world, but at its heart, it's a story of enduring friendship, a love that defies the odds even as it faces its most difficult challenges. I am really looking forward to this book. I wonder, just based on what it says. It says alternating perspectives. That makes me think that it's going to be dual POV. Okay, it is. It's in 2 POVs. So, well, at least the 2 that I saw. I don't think it has any more than that. I'd have to scroll, or not scroll. I'd have to flip a little bit more, but I do think that it is in those 2 POVs, which makes me really excited. I think I want to try to find if my library has the audiobook version of this and maybe immersively read it. But either way it goes, I'm really excited about just adding this to the shelf and really, I don't know, exploring a different type of story in contemporary fiction. So really excited about this one. Next up is The Perfect Marriage by Jeneva Rose, and this is a psychological suspense. I don't know if it has any sprinklings of thriller in it. I know the cover says psychological suspense, so I think it's going to be firmly in there. Maybe. I don't know. Let me know if you've read this book down below in the comment section, but I have seen this book everywhere, and I've also seen the newer book, which I can't think of what the title of that is, but I do think it also has like a cross out like in the title. It's very similar to this cover, but I was really surprised when I saw this on the shelf because I know that it has been very popular. I think there were like maybe 2 copies or 3. 2 or 3 copies. It wasn't that many, so I knew that I had to pick this one up. It is paperback, and I am starting to really like my thrillers, suspense, and all of my fantasies in more of hardback, but I could not beat this price, especially because I'm working my way up to adult suspense and thriller stories, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to pass this by. So if I end up loving it, then I'll probably give this to a free little library and get the hardcover, but I couldn't beat this price. This was not staying in the store. I will read a little bit of the back cover in case you're not familiar with this story. It says, Sarah Morgan is a successful and powerful defense attorney in Washington, D.C. As a named partner at her firm, life is going exactly how she planned. The same could not be said for her husband, Adam. Okay. As I'm reading a little bit more, I think this goes a little bit more into the plot than I would go for a suspense. So let me see if I can find the description online, because sometimes they give a little bit of a different description online, which can be very frustrating, like than what's printed on the book. So let me see. Okay. Yes, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit of the same, a little different. Okay, I'm gonna read this one. It says,
Would you defend your husband if he was accused of killing his mistress? Sarah Morgan is a successful and powerful defense attorney in Washington, D.C. And at 33 years old, she is named partner at her firm, and life is going exactly as she planned. The same cannot be said for her husband, Adam. He is a struggling writer who has had little success in his career. Sarah soon finds herself playing the defender for her own husband, a man accused of murdering his mistress. But is Adam guilty or is he innocent? Y'all, when I read the back of this book in the store, I said, oh, I'm getting this one. I see why it is popular, because absolutely not. Absolutely not. Why, we say absolutely not because it's like you can't imagine yourself in the situation, but I'm not going to say that. I don't wish that upon myself. But I feel like this is going to be an interesting, good time of a read. Let me know down below if you've read this book or if you've read the other book that I don't know if it's a series or if it's a follow-up. Just let me know if you've read either of the books down below in the comment section. Last but definitely not least, I picked up Say You Remember Me by Abby Jimenez, and this is a contemporary romance. I haven't read anything from Abby Jimenez before. I actually have Yours Truly on my shelf, haven't picked it up yet, but when I saw this on the clearance section, hardback, I absolutely knew that I had to pick this book up. But here's the thing though, two things. It has that doggone permanent sticker on it, and I cannot stand it, and I honestly do not understand why it has only at Target when I got it from Books A Million. Why is this on my cover when I did not get you from Target? And I don't understand that. Second reason is, I know there are a lot of mixed reviews on this, but there are people who love it. There are people who hate it. I haven't really heard of anyone who is like middle of the road on this book. So I don't know. There were only 2 copies in the store, and I said, you know what? This is not a game time decision. I just need to get it, because if I come back and it's gone, I'm going to be mad at myself. So I'm on the fence about this one. I will read a little bit of the inside cover in case you're not familiar with it. But if you are familiar with it, let me know if you liked it down below in the comments section. All right, it says, they met, they fought, then they fell hard. There might be no such thing as a perfect guy, but Xavier Rush comes disastrously close. A gorgeous veterinarian giving Greek god vibes, all while cuddling a tiny kitten. Immediately, yes. That is until Xavier opens up his mouth and proves that even sculpted gods can say absolutely the wrong thing. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there because I think this one is another inside cover that gives a lot more away. Either way it goes, I don't know. I don't know about this book, but I knew that I could not leave it in the store while I was making a decision. So again, let me know down below if you've read this book or if you've read another Abby Jimenez book, and if you recommend this one or if you recommend another one. And these are the 3 books that I got during my reset day. I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. I had so much fun. I love these kind of days. And if you've made it to this point in the video, welcome to the end of the video, crew. I always love to know who's joining me for the entire video. So be sure to put a book stack down below in the comments section. I always love our conversations down there. We have us a good grand old time. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, like, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a new video from me. And be sure to hype this video. It helps me out a ton. All right, until the next time, happy reading. Bye.